Right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're live, and that's first time in ages that I've been on a stream, isn't it? Either way, we've got an exciting one today. Today's stream, of course, is the FOMC meeting. We've got a lot of stressful times ahead of us. I am expecting some very, very big moves on the market, but as it is, we've got to wait as well. We've got a proper long wait until. Yeah, I thought I'd go live very early. For me, it's not early. It's 11:50 at night, so it's quite late for me. And we've got to be live for another hour and a half yet until we are actually kind of until anything happens. I mean, saying that there's only an hour and 10 minutes until we first get the first thing that happens, and then let me just check how it's coming through. I'm just going to faff around with the settings at the start of today's stream. I'll just pay attention to the chat. If you've got any questions or you fancy bullying me, that's what the chat's there for, I suppose. I'm going to try and get it so that this stops skipping, because we've got enough time at the start of today's stream to do a bit of technicals to try and fix the whole camera skipping issue, which has plagued me on every single stream for the past however long. I've just changed the settings again, and hopefully that'll fix the camera, because I'm getting to the point now where I should be back to being on a stream pretty much every day. We're not far away from that time. I just really want to understand why it skips. I actually think that it kind of looks like we've fixed it there by reducing the bitrate. It looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, it's coming through very well, isn't it? Very good. Look at this. I'm watching it on my phone. Either way, we've got a right stream on today, don't we? It's going to be a. Trust me, I've been stressing about this one. It needs to go well. This really needs to go well, because it could be a make or break for the challenge, so to speak. It really needs to go well. But I suppose also the start of today's stream, if you got altcoins and stuff that you want me to have a look at, fire them in the chat. We may as well get on with that for the next kind of hour and a bit. But it's coming through good. It's the actual stream is. I think I might just do it. Even there's just a few little bit more skips in there, isn't there? I think if we reduced it down to 5,000, it'd completely eliminate it altogether. All I'm doing there is reducing the bitrate, which in theory reduces the quality, but I don't actually think it is going to end up reducing the quality. YouTube pipes me through a low quality version of this stream. It's there or thereabouts, isn't it? We're pretty much perfect. Reduce the quality of the camera to 720. The camera's on 4K, 8K, whatever it is. There's a good camera, is this? Where am I now? I moved to Thailand. I got tired of Dubai. It's just not for me. There's a lot of people who move out to Dubai, and there's still a lot of Englishmen moving out to Dubai. I've got a big problem with living there in that I'm not such a boring person that can just wake up in the morning, go to the gym, do my work. That's not how my life works. I spend so much time in my life staring at lines on a screen, and if you have nothing but the mall and some air conditioning and some shopping to distract you from lines on a screen, you tend not to get distracted, and then you tend to do 2 or 3 days straight. And when you've got a brain like mine, that is a bit of a curse, not a blessing. It can be. I've had my worst trading streaks, put it that way, while I've been there, because I can't get off them. They've got nothing. I don't want to go outside. You can't go outside. It's too hot. So I decided that I blew rent out of the water, put it that way, in terms of one of the losses that I made while I was out there. And I was just like, life's cheaper if you just move away from there and go back to what you know. And what do I know? A more relaxed lifestyle that you can't achieve in Dubai, unfortunately. So yeah, the whole. I'm not one of these grinders. I can't do it. It's just not for me. Who likes grinding every day? It's a bit rubbish. Why would you want to just like eat, sleep, work, repeat? The whole point of me quitting my job in the first place was to not eat, sleep, work, repeat. It was to go indulge myself in the world of crypto a little bit and try and achieve something, which we have done. It's been largely successful. But so as a trading challenge this week, and we will talk about the trading challenge at the start of today's stream, I have made it so that I should be able to press that button there, and then you should be able to see me in the bottom corner of the screen. Let me just check. Yep, you can do. And yeah, so we can flip between the two like that, back to full screen again. But just before we get going on today's stream and stuff, just to explain to you how it's going to work, in 1 hour and 5 minutes time, we're going to find out how much the rate cut's going to be. Now, that number is going to come in at minus 0.25%, and we've been waiting for this for 2 months. We've known it's coming, and the last one, they alluded to it. This time, we're finally going to get that rate cut, which is great news, and I'm very, very excited for it. However, we've then got to wait half an hour, which for me is going to mean it'll be 1:30 by the time my time, your time, it's 7:30 if you're in the UK. If you're in Europe, it's 8:30. If you're in America, I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. There's too many time zones. But for me, it'll be 1:30 in the morning by the time we sat there watching. So if I'm falling asleep on the stream, I've been going to bed at like 9 o'clock at night out here. I love it. It's amazing. Sun goes down at 6. I go to bed at 9. I get up at 3. Bosh. Go to I do some work in the morning between 3 and 6. Go to the gym at 6. Go for to spa. And the reason that I say it's all better out in Thailand is, look, to live this same life that I live in Thailand, in Dubai, for a start off, men and women can't go in the same sauna. It's ridiculous. Men and women can't go in the same hot tub. Because, I don't know, maybe they're just really gay out there. I don't know. I know why. It's the Muslim thing, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But I also think it's a bit ridiculous. I can't sit in the same room as my girlfriend. It's just ridiculous. Can't even get a massage in the same room or anything like that. And in Thailand, you can do. And in Dubai, for a massage, I think the average massage or whatever spa treatment, whatever you have out there, going to cost you 250, 300 quid. Out here, it's a fiver. Like, you can get 4 massages a day. It won't impact your life at all financially. Not that I do that, but I probably have one once a month. It's really not a big part of my life, but I do like to try and stay healthy. And as you'll know, as the comment section likes to remind me, you got fat. I know. I'm aware. I have to live in this body every day. And so I've been doing my best to kind of rectify that recently. But there you go, a bit of a life update about me. Andrew in the chat saying Dubai is overrated. I kind of agree, having now lived there for a year. I did buy some properties there. Like, I have nothing against the state or anything like that. I think that they run a very efficient system. It's just their efficient system is a bit too efficient for me. It's a bit German. Bit German. No, we don't. We've got to be careful. We're on a stream. You can't say stuff like that. I was going to start talking about solutions. Anyway, it's 2 p.m. Eastern USA. There we go. That's a good answer. Think everyone thinking today is bullish. Laughing face says dumb Jack. I mean, today is bullish. Today is a very bullish day. It's been it's gonna be. There will be a bullish. It doesn't matter what happens before. Like, we're just gonna go up, down, up, down. Realistically, so I've been toying with this for a while, right? So to explain what's going on, we'll get into the meat and potatoes of it. At the moment, we're doing this trading challenge, yeah, on BLOFIN. And if you check out the link to BLOFIN in today's video description, you get a bonus. They're giving away very cheap fees at the moment, especially on my link. They'll give you some nice discounts. But on this trading challenge that we've been doing, we've done a really good job so far. And I'm in two minds. I'm really in two minds, especially about the Solana trade here, because when I look at the Solana chart right now, I kind of get the vibe that it might go to 221. It really looks to me like it might go to 221, and that's fine. Like, the entry is at 221, but we won't go into a loss on it. But we'll get evaporated $15,000 worth of profit if we have a scenario which is like this. And I'd really like to take the profit here and then rebuy again here. I just don't quite know if I've got the guts for it. It's a challenge at the end of the day. So whatever move I make, everyone else is going to copy it. If I show you how that trading challenge has been going so far, I can click over onto account analysis here and we can have a look at it. But today, yeah, sure, we're down 14K today. Not the best day. We peaked at, let me just set the dates from when the challenge actually started here. Uh, but we peaked on the challenge at 1,885%. Currently, right now, we're sitting at 1,593%. We're doing an amazing job at the challenge. This is the first kind of day where you go, oof, a bit expensive, wasn't it? So I'm just in two minds about it because I don't want to see the value of the account decline too much. I don't mind a little bit. Like I can deal with the 10s, 20Ks of fluctuations. On an account size here, if we go to the futures account, on an account size here of what is it now? Like a nearly 170K. So this morning it were at 185. Like I can deal with it. It's basically 170K. I can deal with a 14K fluctuation, no problem, because ultimately a 10% gain on that is going to be, it's not the world's most difficult thing to achieve, is it? So I'm just going two minds about it, really. I don't know. Everyone looks to me for guidance on this, and I just told everybody that's following along with the trading challenge at the moment. I just said I'm going to go on a stream, and I'm going to discuss it because I think that's the best way for. And this is what I do in the Discord all the time. If you're not already in the Discord, you should join it, by the way. But yeah, I've got that trade open as well. But I've been getting ruined on that, to be fair. But yeah, I've just been a bit unsure as to where do we go with this challenge. Naturally, I want to go up and I don't want to get wicked out. And I feel like this could be a very expensive stream. The decision to just sit and make decisions on a live stream is maybe not the best one. Historically, I have lost. I think on streams, I mean, I tend to experience the worst loss on a stream after the stream is finished. But I reckon I've lost on streams over the years 6 million, something like that. And I reckon I've made on streams over the years about 6 million as well. I reckon I'm net break even on streams. I wouldn't have lost 6 million though had I not been streaming. the decision to stream a trade changes the decision that you will make on that trade because you're less likely to make a decisive decision while you're distracted. So that is part of it. So yeah, I'm just a bit unsure as to the best decision to take right now when it comes to the trading challenge. But if you're not already, slap a like on the stream. I do appreciate it. We're currently waiting now the next 58 minutes until we get the Fed boots up his internet connection and fires off his announcement that we're dropping the interest rates by 1%. And I can tell you now, if that happens, boy oh boy, this market's going to take off and it's going to be amazing. So if you've not like experienced a good Fed meeting, they are amazing. What I'm expecting actually is a bad Fed meeting, and the reason why I'm expecting this meeting to not really go as planned is because think about it. We've got, what have we got right now in terms of the lay of the land? The economy is not going great, is it? You've got inflation that's starting to creep back up. So that's my fear. Because of inflation starting to rise back to the upside, and it's been just ticking up just a little bit recently, I think that the reason that this meeting will actually not go that well in terms of for Bitcoin in the immediate short term is because you're going to have the Fed. When he boots up his stream, Powell's going to get on it and he's going to say some bad things. Simple as that. He's going to get on his stream and he's going to be like, yeah, guys, we're probably not going to just like continually see cut rates. We're probably only going to do one or two more by the end of the year. Here's a rate cut, but like it's pretty minimal. And it's just because you will kind of turn up at my house with a gun because we're Americans. I shouldn't say stuff like that. That's instantly how you get a stream removed. But anyway, I'm also going to run out of things to say occasionally on this. What's the chat saying? Oh, we've had some donations. We've had some donations. Wow. Buy a 12-pack of Thai Red Bull. I don't know if I want to be drinking a 12-pack of Thai Red Bull at 12 o'clock at night, which is now 12 o'clock at night for me. For you guys in England, it's only 6 p.m., but for me, it's 12. And by the time the announcement comes out, it's 1. Have you watched the video, Bossman? No, but just post it anyway if you've not already posted it. If you don't know, we haven't posted our video today because Kills of the Week, who edits my videos now, takes forever and he must have a really slow internet connection. So we filmed it a couple hours ago. But to be fair, that video summarizes. I assume you might have posted it. Let me just check if you've posted it. I get the feeling, looking at the current... No, you've not posted it yet. No, just get it posted. Oh, yeah, no, you have posted it. Yeah, you have posted it. Yeah, that'd be why the views suddenly dropped off on this stream. But yeah, go over and watch that video. I'll drop a link for it in the chat, and I'll pin that link. But go and watch that video. I'll drop the link for it here. There you go. That summarizes my thoughts on what I think is going to happen in today's Fed meeting. I think 0.25, but that video summarizes it with a lot more detail than I think 0.25. And he also has got some crypto news in it for today. Simol in the chat was right. Solana did go down, so congrats for you on your profitable trade, and I hope that I didn't tempt you into making the opposite decision. Yeah, I'd say that it wouldn't have been hugely profitable because the market has been like this all day, so it is what it is. The video is posted, yes, it is. I'll talk to YouTube for you. Thank you very much. Ye see the last video look like Jerome Powell hair. I mean, do you want to see my hair these days? Look at this. Look how much hair I've got. I've got loads of hair. I had to cut it the other day. I just cut the sides off a little bit there just to stop me having such big sideburns. But look at this mop now. I've got so much hair now. It's crazy. I'm gonna just keep. All I do, I just cut the sides of my hair off because who needs a barber? It doesn't matter. There's so many like these things in life. Oh, I need a nicer. Look, I'll cut my own hair. I quite enjoy cutting my own hair. It's kind of like a challenge. You either end up with a really terrible haircut or just a terrible haircut. But either way, you can be proud of the fact that you did it yourself because you don't rely on other men to cut your hair for you. So yeah, save a bit of money. You've got to, look, there's a strategy to being all in on crypto, isn't there? Cut your own hair, save £9 every month. Or if you're in London, cut your own hair and save £110 every month. Or if you're in Dubai, cut your own hair and save £200 a month. Like, this is one of the reasons I started cutting my own hair. I'm like, I might be wealthy enough to afford a haircut. Doesn't mean I see value in paying an astronomical amount of money for one, is what I would say. I just don't see why I should have to pay so much money for someone to cut my hair. The camera is choppy. Drop the output in OBS to 720. You think? How can I do that though? Can I just cut the out? I've cut the bit rate. I've used the CPU thing that should be the best. You can't just rescale the output, unfortunately. It doesn't let you. It has to stream in 1080. It just has to be that way, I guess. But it's only because we're full screen. As soon as I go to the other screen, which is this one, you should see it go, not that one. There we go. You should see it goes back to being not skippy at all. But I'll keep faffing around with it and we'll figure it out. We've got a diagnostic session at the start of today's stream. If you're new to the channel, do drop a like on it and make sure you subscribe to it. And honestly, you don't have to stick around for this part if you don't want to. We are just going to look at some altcoins and review some prices and that kind of side of things to start off today's stream. Just read the chat and whatnot, have a chat with everybody. And then about 15 minutes before the news drops is when we will start focusing back on the news and everything like that. There we go. Just shave it all off. No, because it might not grow back. I'm not going bald at all. I have really good hair. Like, it's actually strange to say how much of my life I spend quite stressed. Because again, I trade with big money. If you're trading with, I don't know, $10 million trades, it's stressful. A 1% move is $100,000. A 10% move is $1 million. Like you move, your balance changes, and it changes very frequently. So you need to be on the right side of it. And for the most part, recently, I've been doing a good job. And that's why the challenge has been doing a really good job. Wasn't skippy before, yeah, but what you'll find is that over time, the computer gets more and more and more tired and gets worse and worse and worse. Because I'm only streaming off a laptop. I'm going to try a bit rate of 3000. It should degrade the quality of the stream, to be honest. Um, there's quite a lot of comments in the chat, isn't there? You should go to Thai barber. They even let women watch over there. Can't beat a British barber shop. Um, I don't need a barber. I will cut my own hair indefinitely. Quite like to cut my own hair. Am I a Yorkshireman? What do you think? By it, Claude. Do you think that I'm from Yorkshire? Do I sound like I'm from Yorkshire? Did I go to pub and get I watched football at pub? I did, didn't I? Oh yes. Yes, I'm from Yorkshire. Of course I'm from Yorkshire. Unfortunately, as I've got older, when I was younger, I actually used to do a better job at masking the accent. But as I've got older, and I don't see that many people these days, I kind of live a very normal life, just floating around the world. I always end up speaking broken English to people anyway. So I've got a Yorkshire accent, and it's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger with age. It's quite interesting, really. I thought you were a Scouser. No, I'm not a Scouser. I can't even do a Scouser. What's a Scouse accent? Let me think of one. What do they say? What do people from Liverpool? That's the noise that Scousers make. David makes it on his streams. Oh, that's why you think I'm a Scouser, because you've come off Twitter, haven't you? You've clicked through this link off of Twitter, and you've seen me posting Dave's streams on my Twitter account, who's so stonksy. I'm different than Dave. I'm much richer. This is the main event, guys. Dave's going to be on a stream as well, by the way. You can go and join him. I will plug his stream on today's video. But Dave's the Scouser. I'm not the Scouser. Don't mistake us. Dave's still on his way up. I'm still on my way up, to be fair, but I've crashed a few times on the way. Dave's not crashed yet. Could have met up with an English brother. Yes, I could, Jason, but you weren't in the right place at the right time. But next time you're here, let me know with a bit more certainty as to where you are going to be, and we'll pick a secure location, and then I'll meet you. But what I would say is, look, if anyone is in Thailand this winter, of which I expect that quite a lot of you are going to make quite a lot of money over the next few months, so I'd imagine that quite a few of you probably will end up in Thailand at some point in time, because it is literally the best place on earth. Like, it's okay saying, like, Exuma in the Bahamas, a beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place. But the problem with Exuma in the Bahamas is that Exuma is really expensive to get to, and it's really expensive when you're there, and it's full of Americans, and if you're in a hotel room next to an American, you can hear them. It doesn't matter if the doors are closed. You can hear them because they're American. Now, Thailand's better because it's not expensive. It's expensive to get here. You've got to get a plane. But once you're here, everything's peanuts. Especially if you go to northern Thailand. I've never actually been to northern Thailand. I've only ever been to southern Thailand. But yeah, in the north, like, you can. I was looking at videos yesterday. You can get like a house, a 4-bed house with a pool for $100,000 in the north of Thailand. A brand new build house for $100,000. Now that's incredible value. And as Thailand's economy develops and they change the rules and they welcome more wealthy immigrants, prices will only rise. Like, Thailand's a pretty solid place in terms of a place to put your money. Crypto Lifer is going to be in Singapore. I'm going to be in Singapore as well. So for Token 2049, me and a few of the guys from Crypto Saving Expert are going out to Singapore, because it'll be a good idea. Look at that. Boom. All profit gone. Yeah. So me and the guys are going to go to Token 2049 in Singapore. So if you're out in Singapore for Token 2049, let me know. I'll be at the Formula One. I'll be at Gates events. I'll be at WEEX' events. I'll be at BLOFIN's events. Yeah, so those are the places that I'll be. I'm not bothered about the boxing ones. I won't be drinking this time because last time I was in Singapore, I drank way too much and got myself in some very big trouble. So I won't be drinking this time in Singapore. Yeah, we'll be staying away from drinking in Singapore because it didn't go well. It was nearly really bad. I also have a friend, like one of the guys. I won't say names or anything, but one of the guys that worked for Crypto Saving Expert saw a man getting stabbed in Singapore. Like he's just on the street, just with a knife, just like stabby stabby. Yeah, a guy that works for me, someone that you've seen quite a lot from. To be fair, watched someone get stabbed in Singapore, and he's coming out there as well. Maybe we'll see it again. Exciting times. So yeah, if you're in Singapore, let me know. Was in Singapore a couple of months ago and loved it, says Jay Bainey. I mean, you would be because you're rich. I know the size of your wallet at this point. It's pretty bloody huge. Congratulations. You made a much better call than what I did when we met. I met him. He came to a racetrack to watch one of the races. I think it rained actually. I don't know if you stayed for the actual race. But yeah, he was like, I'm going all in and I've bought all of these coins and I'm going to get rich from it. And I think since then, everything in that portfolio has probably done a 2 or 3x. So you should be pretty cheesed right now, man. Congrats. What else? No change in the positions on the challenge. Sorry, just arrived from flight. No changes yet. No changes yet. I think the stream is still quite skippy, to be fair, looking at it. It's getting better and then worse again. Better and then worse again. It's like in and out. Like for the most part, it's fine, and then suddenly it's not again. Have you heard about the crypto to baht thing? Yeah, the government here is doing something about that. I would say like quite a big concern of mine at the moment is that the rules in Dubai are changing, and they do make it like everyone is like, oh, it's the best place. The reason why everyone says it's the best place on earth is because they're all living there. As soon as they leave and you actually speak to these people in person, they'll tell you what they really think, but no one actually says what they really think when they're there, which is why you end up with this such sanitized version of everything on the internet. But yeah, no changes to the trading challenge. What do you say? Tell us the story from last time in Singapore. No, Simon, because it was not a good. I can tell you the lead up to the story. I can't tell you the actual event that took place. I can tell you that I was on a night out. I was with most of the people that you will have seen off YouTube. I won't name any names though, and there was like, right, last orders at the bar, and I think that same day I must have been up like 200 or 300K on these trades. Like a shot in Singapore is expensive because we're in this really fancy hotel. I reckon it was like $10 a shot, and I asked him how much for 2 bottles worth of shots. And the guy was like, I can't do that. I was like, okay, well, how much 2 bottles? Anyway, we ended up getting these bottles. I think I poured like, I don't know how many shots it would have been, but like just an incredible amount of shots. And then they were like, right, you have to drink all of these now because we're closing the bar. I was like, you mean you've just sold us 2 like liters of shots, and there's like 10 of us, and we've got to drink all this, and you shut it in 5 minutes, and if we don't drink it, you're gonna throw it away. Oh dear. And by the way, we was already drunk. So we drank all of the shots, didn't we? And then some things happened. So yes, we won't be drinking in Singapore this time. That wasn't the best idea. It was quite stressful the next day. And also I felt ill for literally a week afterwards. I just can't hold it inside me anymore. It's not for me. I don't actually really drink, to be honest. I never really drink. I like water. It's actually one of my favorite drinks is water. I really would recommend it. I've not drank enough today though. I do think that in about 5 minutes I'll have to go and get something to drink because I don't really think we have anything in. I think I've drank everything. I actually only have alcohol in. And we're not drinking alcohol. We could. It is 12 o'clock at night. We could. We do have some time to kill. My kidneys won't say thank you, but we could. I have some, is it yuzu or something like that? Whatever the alcohol is that Japanese people drink. I have some of that stuff, the sweet stuff. It's made with light cheese or something like that. Probably just flavored with light cheese. Probably just vodka, light cheese, and some sugar syrup or something like that. Yeah. What a joke of a man you are, mate. You took Sol from your fans who sent you 1 year ago. I hope those are the last money you will remain with this bull market. First off, no, I didn't do anything wrong. We're still using that money. It's coming with what we're doing with Chippy. For those that don't know, I made a coin a year and 3 months ago called Chippy. We've been developing this thing for Chippy V2. Like a year ago, I put out a mystery wallet thing, and it was for fundraising for this. The thing is, V2's taken a lot longer than what we expected V2 would take. So there's a bit of a situation in that sense. But to be fair, it should be done within a month or so. It's more the dev on V2 did an absolutely shocking job at delivering the product that was required, and now we have to go and get a different developer because it's just not happening. But it is what it is. Like, I'm not hiding from comments like that, man. You're a pussy anyway because you don't have a picture as your profile picture. You have a nothing. But yeah, it is what it is. The money's sat there. I can show you it. So it's not been touched. It's not used for anything. But equally, I put out a poll a year ago saying, "Do you want it back?" And everyone said no. So I go by the poll. Anyway, just wait. Just be patient. Understand the process. Understand how many things I've witnessed fail in this industry. How many things have I seen? Thousands. How many bad investments are thousands? How many altcoins don't do things correctly because they just deploy all in one go? And what will the price of Chippy look like when we deploy 2,500 Solana into the price of it? It will look a lot more expensive than what I don't know what the price will be, but I do know. I guess again, you've got to account for people selling into it as well. But I know that when you deploy that much money into a chart, which only has like 3, 4, I think it's got like 700 Sol in liquidity right now. So it would just massively increase the price of it. I think it would make the price like 40 or 50 million dollars. So just waiting. It's just timing, isn't it? Like, I've done a much better job with your Sol than what you would have done. You'd have sold it. You'd have done something stupid with it. Ultimately, it's still sat there in a wallet, and it'll come back to you. It was a mystery. The mystery was it takes a year. Well, hey, I understand it might annoy people, but hey, you sent it to a mystery wallet. Can you film vlogs of your life in Thailand? Yeah, sure. I've considered it. The problem that I have with filming vlogs of my life in Thailand is I go on the internet all the time and I go, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm doing things with money. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Just to do live vlogs and that. So I've considered it. I've looked at the pros and cons. I just don't know if I can justify it. I think we'll do something. I think we'll definitely do something, but it has to be more indoor content. But I have got my editor. My editor's sorting out his visa at the moment, and the guys from Crypto Saving Expert are also moving out here this winter. And our plan is to smash 6 months in Thailand and do a lot more content and really get things moving. And part of that will be we'll do some fun streams. We'll definitely do some fun streams. I can't wait for the fun streams. We are speaking currently with a couple of different streaming platforms as to which one we want to go with. And then when we've picked one, it'll all pick up massively. We'll probably even do it on a separate channel. I mean, definitely on a separate channel, but I mean for YouTube, because the things that I want to do on a stream are not necessarily allowed to be done on stream, which means the YouTube account will get taken down. Which means we probably can't stream it to YouTube anyway. I think a Twitch account would get banned, so we'd probably do Kick. And it's not like we'll be doing what the other people do on this platform. None of like the OFM stuff or anything like that. It's all just, you know me, potty mouth. No vlogs, that's cringe. Like, yeah, I don't want to do like, oh my god, look at me. Like, honestly though, if you saw my life out here, you'd be very jealous because it wouldn't be what you expect. Put it that way. It's not Lambos. It's nothing like that. It's so much more wholesome in a sense of I drive a scooter that's got 100 cc, 160 cc's, box standard normal scooter. I don't have a car. I wear the same clothes pretty much every day. I wear the same hat every day, and I go and look at plants and go and climb up mountains and stuff like that. It's just like, it's very different than what I have lived in both Dubai and in England. In England was great. I loved living in England because, especially with the track stuff, I really enjoyed being at a racetrack all the time. I really enjoyed all that stuff. But it just brought too much attention, and that attention was negative, so I had to leave. And then in Dubai, it is literally all about materialism, and I'm just not a very materialistic person. I just don't care. You can stick your Gucci up your ass. I'm just not that bothered. It doesn't do anything for me. I am much more impressed by personal achievement than I am a brand. Like, a brand isn't a flex. Do you really? Bill Gates doesn't go around wearing Gucci. Like, he couldn't care less. All you're doing when you're buying that stuff is making Bernard Arnault a bit richer. So, yeah, just point out, by the way, if you're just clicking on the stream and you're going, why isn't this man talking about the Fed? We have got 34 minutes to go until the interest rates drop. So we're halfway through to that now. So we've got 34 minutes to go until that. And in about 20 minutes time, I'll actually start. This is just kind of the precursor, shall we call it. The Baron Trump coin, you bloody hell, you're a barrel of laughs, aren't you, JJ? I think it's time that, I mean, I think it's time that you get hidden. Sorry. But the answer to it is, I never know what's going to go up and what's going to go down. I have no idea. I can use my best job to kind of figure it out, but there's never any guarantees of anything, is there? Ultimately, if you're putting money into a meme coin and you're putting a lot of money in, you're risking it. Unless it's chippy, and in that case, it's a pretty solid bet. I know that, like, for a fact. I know how solid of a bet it is because I know what I'm going to do to make it successful. And I know that a worst case scenario, there will be an exit liquidity event. So I know that it's pretty safe in that sense. So for you, not for me, there won't be an exit liquidity event for me. That would be crazy. But for you, there'll be an exit liquidity event. £3 a day, mate. I love town. I live out there every year for 4 to 6 months now for about 10 years. No vlogging. I think anyone that comes out to Thailand and vlogs it will probably do well on YouTube, to be fair. I think there's a massive demand for people to make Thailand vlogs when you look at the internet. And I don't know how many of you actually seen that Zara McDermott documentary on the BBC. It was terrible. It just wasn't accurate. For a lot of men, they will go to the go-go bars and they will go to do all the debauchery. But there is so much more to Thailand than what was shown in that. That's just a small, seedy element of Thailand, which is good. I'm glad they have the freedom to do that. I'm glad they have open markets for whatever it is that you might want. They have the same in England. If you haven't been to Cheetham Hill, just go down to Cheetham Hill. It's opposite Strangeways. If you go there and you go there during the day on a Friday afternoon, you'll see all these shops. And all the shops at Cheetham Hill, which is opposite Strangeways, there'll be a man stood outside them and he'll have a sticker on his door. And he'll open the door and he'll say, do you want to buy anything? And there's hundreds of them. And you can buy anything from these guys if you want. We won't talk about what you can buy from them because that part is not the legal part. But if you want, you can use your brain. If you want anything at all, could be money, could be something else. It all exists right next to a prison in England. I just think it's funny that the BBC is funding documentaries about how horrible this place is when it's the same everywhere on Earth. It doesn't matter where you go; they all have issues. So, yeah, I've watched the full thing now, and I did think it was a bit of a cop out of a documentary. Am I on a 60-day visa at the moment? Yes. I've got Not a huge amount of time left on that visa, but it'll reset when we go to Singapore anyway, so it's fine. And then when I come back into the country, I'll be coming in on some kind of residency visa. Or I don't know. We're paying a lawyer to sort it out. So, yeah. I'll know when it's done what I'm actually on, but I don't currently know how they're doing it. What are your thoughts on Hex and Richard Hart? Richard Hart's not my favorite. Hex, I think, typically does well in bull markets. How much do you need to be welcomed with open arms there? In Thailand? You need to buy a house. If you want a well, no, you don't need to buy a house. If you want a permanent residency visa, you have to put and maintain a balance of $20,000 in a bank account. If you want permanent residency without putting $20,000 in a bank account, buy a house. You can get a house. It can be any house, I think, and basically you pay 60 grand for a house, and you can live here. Basically the rule is you need to invest into the country to live in Thailand. Or get a proper visa, or you can get a nomad visa. The nomad visa is much more difficult to get these days. They've been cracking down on it a little bit. So I don't actually think I'll be getting the nomad visa from what I understand, but I don't actually know what we've applied for. I don't think we've not applied for anything yet, but I know that we're going through the process. In Thailand, how much do you need to be worth to live there full time? It's not about what you need to, if it's worth to live here full time. It's always worth to live here full time if you can afford to live in Thailand and you're a Westerner earning a Western salary. If you earn £3,000 in England, that is now £8,000 in Thailand. And you can do that same maths for anywhere. It's probably cheaper than that. So, for example, a bottle of water in Thailand at a 7-Eleven costs 5 pence. A bottle of water in England is £1. If you go and you buy a loaf of bread in Thailand, it is about 10 pence. Whereas in England, it's about £1.30. Like, it's 10 times cheaper food-wise to live here, without exaggerating. Even in the fancy areas, it's still 5 times to 10 times cheaper. You can get anything, like it's just incomparable. The only things that maintain similar prices is McDonald's. It's like universally, it's cheaper than in England for sure, but it's not like vastly cheaper. But it's more that if you can afford to leave the country that you're in and come here, I would recommend it as a place to live. I think it's fantastic. The freedoms that you have here are so much more than what you have in Dubai, and that's what I was struggling with out there. Any thoughts on WorldCoin? No, I don't really have any thoughts on WorldCoin. Not really knowing that much about it. I'm going to India for my parents like Goa. I like to go into the islands. No one really knows. Oh, you mean for the mushrooms? I've never actually tried it. Still never tried the mushroom drink. I might vlog that. Never tried it though. Would love to go to Thailand. What the animal situation? Dogs. There's no dogs here. There are some dogs, but I carry around with me a meat stick. I have one in the scooter. So in case a dog's chasing after me, I can lob a sausage at it and it'll eat the sausage. So I've already thought about that. It's fine. The dog thing over here is way overblown. Maybe in northern Thailand it's more of a thing, but in southern Thailand it's not a thing. The dogs, there are a few, but I think they have extermination people here that go around and round them up and get rid of them. I think there's a lot of that going on because there's no dogs here, and it's a country known for its dogs. So yeah. Heard there's a new visa if you've got 10k followers. I didn't know about that one. Your ETH entry is better than mine. I have a stop loss, a break even, and whatever happens, happens. I'll probably go with something similar, to be fair. Where can you get a bottle of water in England for £1? Good point. There's many places. It depends. You can get like one of those big ones from Tesco, but Tesco used to do Tesco Value Water, and I don't even think they do Tesco Value Water anymore, do they? Um, Personally, if you're not buying, what's the point? Just man, you've got to learn how to speak. I can't really fully understand what you're saying. There's too many abbreviations. I'm not reading that. You can also get a woman with a todger for spare change. You can. You can. I've never done that. I don't go to bars. I don't go out drinking, so I don't ever see any of that. And the one time that Spud from Crypto Saving Expert, he took me to Soy Cowboy, and I was already in a bad mood because I was already down quite heavily for the day in terms of what I'd lost quite a lot of money that day. And then he was like, right, we're going to Soy Cowboy. And he took me down there and we walked down the road and I got in a taxi at the other end of it and we went home. And what was even more annoying is Spud said that it would only take us 10 minutes to get there and it took like an hour. And then it was also an hour on the way back. So it was 2 1-hour taxis to go to Soy Cowboy. Not my cup of tea. I think it was called Soy Cowboy. I've been to the ones in the south of Thailand. I've been to the one in Bangkok. I don't know which one's which. Bangalore Road. We've been to Bangalore Road and we've been to Soy Cowboy. But both of them were terrible places full of debauchery. Not somewhere that I would recommend that you actually go. It's not. It's just not for me. That's not what I enjoy at all. I enjoy what is the opposite of Soy Cowboy and Bangalore Road. Save with crypto, love mushies. Have I been to Pattaya yet? I have been to Pattaya, yeah. I don't, it's not for me. Gold, bullish or bearish in the news on the FOMC? I'd say that gold is consistently bullish in this market. The biggest thing I noticed coming back to England was the clean, fresh air, but that might be because I'm located in Cornwall. Yeah, it is something that you do miss out here, for sure. You miss English air. There is something about English air that is quite comforting and clean and nice. Definitely, the air quality in England is significantly better because it isn't just a sweaty armpit of the world. But the perk of being in the sweaty armpit of the world is you have really cool bugs, you have really cool dengue fever, you have really cool palm trees and coconuts and cheap shopping and nice people. More importantly than anything else, the people of Thailand what make Thailand a great place to be. It's like the Thailand propaganda show now, isn't it? So what happens if there is no rate cut? We end the stream. We're not if there's no rate cut, I'm not participating in the next part. I'm out. See you later. So that won't happen. We will get the rate cut. It'll happen. Can you grow cannabis? You can grow cannabis anywhere. So in the rule in Thailand now, because they said that they've changed it to make it illegal. They've not actually made it illegal in Thailand. You need a prescription from a doctor is the official rule. But they have in the dispensaries doctors, and the doctor is also the same person that's selling you the weed. So they just write out the prescription inside of the pharmacy, which is the dispensary. So they've made it. They have to be a proper doctor. But like, for example, what you see now is changed so that the doctor's shop and the weed shop are next to each other. And now the weed shop is like the pharmacy. So it's changed, but it's still easy enough to do. And as soon as you got a prescription for it, you can grow it legally. So if you have a prescription, you can grow it legally, and you can get a prescription by going to a shop. So yeah, basically you can grow it still. And there's no limit on the amount, but you're not allowed to do it for commercial sale. The problem that they have, and I honestly can't believe, I do not understand the stupidity in doing this, is people going out and buying a couple of bricks of it and then shipping it off back home. I can't believe anyone would be so, like, to do that. I understand why you would do that, because it means you don't have to go to the bother of growing it anywhere, but I do think it's, imagine that gets caught. You ship off 5 kilos back to England and then it gets pulled up at customs. You're going to prison when you get off that plane when you land. No, you can't do. I suppose there's a lot more desperate people in the world than me that to some of them it seems like a good idea, but for me, absolutely not. Never, no. Um, Great cigar bars in Bangkok. I don't know. I don't do cigars. Uh, he. It was a good idea. You went back home that night. Yes. Oh yeah, you were there as well, weren't you? I can't remember though which one it was in. Oh, we're going up again. That's good news. We're bouncing. Okay, okay, that's good news. We're bouncing. We're going to get to it in only 5 minutes now. Oh God, Jason, you can't comment stuff like that. That's why I don't meet up with fans in Thailand. I don't do business. I don't do anything like that at all. I live a very normal life. I don't do that. I get up. I go to the gym now, which is why we're not quite as fat as what we were. We've lost a bit of the paunch. A bit more of the paunch will go this month. We'll manage to get it down. And then my hope is that after 6 to 12 months of being here, I will have managed to get into like physically good shape. But already I can see it, like with my shoulders and stuff like that. It's all the muscles coming back. I've been lazy for a long time, so it's taken some getting them back. But like my shoulders are coming back in now, and that's quite nice. And I like it when you go up to the gym, like the proper. I'd really work on my shoulders first of all, shoulders and lower back. Because the other thing that I've been doing is I did some shrugs the other day, and I had 20 in each hand, and I was going like that, and I went like that a little bit too fast, and I went bam down, and I felt it in my lower back, and I was like, oh, that's what age feels like. You can't do that. You've got to build up to it. Don't just drop like that. Like you basically just dropping 40 kilos on your lower spine. Not a good idea. So I remembered form after that. It's also because I was stood up as well. So you sit down, be sensible, just do the one specific movement. I know nothing about gym, but I do know when I go, I end up putting muscle back on and losing fat. And I would say it massively helps mental health. Massively. But it's the last thing that you want to do when you're all stressed out. So it's a proper mind thing. Oh wow, we're moving now. We're properly moving. Let's get into the charts, guys. Let's get into the charts here. So there we go. That's coming okay. That's okay. That's okay. This is looking much better. We're starting to move here. The Sol trade. Now we've not done anything with this yet. We've not made any decisions on it. I did say I would be making the decision on this stream, and I will be making the decision on this stream because if I don't make a decision, as I say, the fear is down there. That's where the fear is for me. Oof. Why is this chat so bad? Chris, you're a disgusting person. Imagine getting pulled with that on a Middle East changeover. Yeah, imagine. That'd be quite not good. Ever know of a meeting with all? Ever thought of a meeting with all the CSC members? No, never. I feel like it would be very questionable. I worry about stuff like that. Stuff like that can end in tears. Yeah. The problem is, we could probably do something like that. We would have to take some kind of identity beforehand. I have such fears about in England, right? And just because of what happened when I was leaving England, and I explained this on the last stream that I did, but part of the reason why I left England is two men turned up at my house dressed as policemen with guns. Now, I don't want to be in a situation where it's me and my girlfriend versus two fake policemen with guns. So that's why we left. It was a very scary situation, to be fair. That's really not nice. So, yeah, that's just I'd do a meetup in Dubai for sure, but I don't know if everyone can actually even get to Dubai from Crypto Saving Expert. But if you're not already a member of Crypto Saving Expert, by the way, if you want to join the trading challenge that we're doing at the moment, it's going incredibly well. You go onto Crypto Saving Expert website. I'll copy that and I'll bang it in the chat right now. I can do that here. There we go. Am I full screen or not? Yeah, no, I am full screen. So you go on here, you click on that link, you go to monthly, you go on this plan here, the Community Plus plan, you click on sign up, you go through, and then you use code 50, and then the word off, all one word, 50 off. The actual thing for it's in the video description today. But if you use that discount code, it'll make it half price. And then as soon as I make trades for the trading challenge that I'm doing, you can follow along. And it's definitely not too late to join the trading challenge, because one of the things that I am considering is that in about 2 weeks' time, I'm going to end the trading challenge wherever it is, and we're going to start again. If I've not reached 1 million by two weeks, just as throwing it out there, I want to start again. Because the demand for there's a lot of demand for people to do it, but the thing is, people feel like they've missed it. So because people feel like they've missed it, they're not doing it. So it's much better for everyone if we just start again. So you've not missed it. If you join now, you'll start to understand how it works and stuff like that. But I would recommend you join the trading challenge that we're doing, where we're trading $10,000 into $1 million. And currently, if we go to account analysis here, you're able to see that we're doing an incredible job. It's been quite a run up recently. We'll set the date to when the challenge actually started. So it's basically about 6 weeks in right now, 7 weeks in. I think this is week 7 now. And since starting, you can see here, we starts at 0%. First day is down, and pretty much since then, it's been up only, and we've returned 1,600% on the initial investment, which is an insane return. So for the sake of 50 quid, do it. It's of no detriment to at least give it a go. So use final link for that in the chat right now. But we really don't have that long to go until this happens. Let's give it a refresh. The most up-to-date numbers possible. What are those numbers coming in at right now? I do wonder. What's the chat saying? Could you do it with 1K? Yeah, of course you can do. You don't need... This is the thing that people... Why don't you understand? You must question, why don't you understand this? You must ask yourself this question. Why don't you understand this? If I have $10,000 starting, you can start, to make things easy, with $100, $1,000, or $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, $1, $10. It doesn't matter. Just add or remove a zero for whichever challenge you're doing. I'm doing 10K to 1 million. You might be doing 1K to 10K. You might be doing 1K to 100K. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Just start with a multiple of where I'm starting from. And that way the maths on the trades is really easy for when we next go do it. So we are now only 12 minutes away from the news dropping about the rate reduction and how much it's going to be. Is it? Yeah, this is the live. I thought you were going to tell the whole story one day about what happened with the police or the fake police. I want to know more, man. How much did they get from you? Did they tie you up? No, they didn't tie me up. We escaped. We escaped. We saw that they was coming to the door. I have told it before on a stream. We saw that it was they knocked on the door, filmed it all on his doorbell. They notice as the doorbell flashes up and says, "Hi, you're on camera," and then they runs off. At the point whereby my girlfriend was literally just at the door ready to answer it, and they ran off. I don't know what it. They spots the camera though, and you can see them, and they're not wearing masks. That's the thing. So because they're not wearing masks, I guess because they spotted a camera and the camera literally stuck in your face, so you can really see it. They're a bit thick, but yeah, one of them. They've been in the Daily Mail and that. If you Google my old address, you'll find it. Kippington Road, Sevenoaks. Type it in on Google. First thing that you'll see on news when you type in Kippington Road, Sevenoaks, when you go into the news tab, you'll see about those people. So yeah, it got picked up by a newswire because they were pretty extreme. You can see the gun on the belt that they're wearing. You never know if it's a real gun or what, but if they were carrying one. What would the right trade to high leverage Ethereum just after announcement? Would I mind? Look, Lauren, if I knew the answer, I'd be doing it myself. If you're interested, join Crypto 7 Expert, one-stop shop for everything crypto related. Yes, Peter, that is correct. Do you get alerts for when you place a trade on Crypto 7 Expert? Yes, you'll get a notification on your phone when I place a trade. So you just leave Discord notifications on, just being only our group, and then every time I place a trade, you'll get notified for it. You can set notifications for which channels you want notifications in, but automatically you will get all notifications. And so, yeah, just set them for what I do, and I set them for my challenge. Are there going to be other challenges after your next challenge? Yes, we'll do another $10,000 to $1 million. That's what I'm saying. So in about 2 weeks' time, I'll probably just end it wherever it's at and start again. Nice to see you back on YouTube. I appreciate that. Thank you. 1K to 1 million, not possible, dude. It is. It is. 100% is possible. If you can do 10K to 1 million, and I've done that like 3 times. Yeah. I don't know, man. I've seen people go down from $5 to 1 million, and I've also seen this dude pull this shit before. I wanted to follow along, but I don't understand how to copy trade or trade. If you don't understand how to trade, maybe don't do a trading challenge. I would say that. Did they help? Sir, if you want to ban anyone, you can feel free to ban anyone that you don't like in the chat. I don't mind. What are we at? That's plus 9K. This is plus 99K. It's going okay. It's definitely going better than what it was. We're now back up at 173. But it's, you know what it's going to do? It's going to go bam, straight down. I'm waiting because, and I'm really kind of hoping that, well, I know that we're in a pretty good position here to make some money. But I would say if you're following the trading challenge, make sure you're watching this stream. It's very likely I'm going to place a trade for the trading challenge on this stream. But I won't have time to post it in the actual Discord group. So we don't have that long to go now. We only have 8 minutes to go until the news drops. What do I think of Hello Dex? I've not seen Hello's Dex, but I hold a lot of Hello coins. What's the price of Hello doing? Let me look at that. What's the price of Hello doing? Let's have a look. Let's give that a refresh. Wow, it's taking its time. Oof. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not in a profit on my Hello coins. Christ. Sanderman, get to work. What's going on? This is terrible. This is not a bull market. I think my average price is about 2 cents. Get to work, man. This is not good. This is very bad. Yeah, hopefully that fixes itself at some point. SWISSBORG's been going very well. I know that. Like I said, like it's a pretty solid buy is SWISSBORG. I think you're crazy to not have it in your portfolio. It'll do 10x at least. It's one of them ones where you can have a pretty good degree of certainty that it will perform quite well throughout the course of this bull run. We're starting to run now. I'm not adding more to this. I kind of want to add more to it, but I might. The thing is, as soon as I add more, it's just going to go back down. So I'll probably just not add any more, and then it'll just go up. I really want to add more to it, though. I know that we don't have to wait. It's gonna chug all the way through, and it's gonna chug to the. I don't want to press the button. I do want to press the button. I really want to press the button, but it's a difficult one. Is this? We're not far away. Only 6 minutes to go now. 6 minutes until the news drops. You'll see what the news is on the price. What I imagine is going to happen is I think we'll shoot up a lot, and then I think we'll spend the next hour more than retracing it. I really get the vibe that we're going in both directions here. I can't imagine it's just going to be a clean cut pump. That would be the best case scenario, and I would be very appreciative of the market to do that. But I just don't think we will get that clean cut pump. I would love it though. It would be fantastic, but can't see it happening. I still got your old intro music as my alarm on the phone. 2021 vibes. I mean, we might be back in 2021 now. It might be. I want to long this. I want to press the big green button. I can't resist, sorry. Just a little. Just to take it up to 5K. You know that now it's going to turn around. Right, so now we're back in $103,000 profit. That makes the challenge is actually going well again. Throughout the course of this stream, it's actually been getting increasingly better. So that's all going to change in approximately 5 minutes' time, I'm sure. But right now, that number's not up to date now for today. But now we're back up at 177, having been down at 165. It's going well. It's going very well. This is literally we've not done down days recently. It's just been up only. So any element of down it's a strange feeling that I'm really not very used to, is losing money at the moment. Watching the stream and just saying hello. Thank you very much, Flash Gordon. I appreciate it. If you don't know how to trade, just buy and hold Chippy. Yes, John, I agree. That's a good idea. Good about Ricky Hatton's death, TMG. I was a close friend. Men, please talk if you're feeling... Lee, aren't you the one that constantly berates me in the comment section? I'm sure that you've sent me many hateful messages in the past. I'm positive about it, in fact. I'm quite confident that you have sent me some pretty nasty messages. So practice what you preach, man. I'm not out here calling people names unless I actually mean it. And in that case, I mean it. I used to watch your car video, says the dude. Yeah, that's a long time ago now. A lot of things have changed since then. But of course, yeah, RIP to Ricky Hatton. I didn't know the fella, but he was a good British man. This is going good. It's going good. Do kind of wish I wasn't on stream, because I would be firing some crazy trades right now. I really have to not press this button. I know it's not the correct decision to press that button anymore. This is going to just go bam, straight like that, whenever the news drops. We only have 3 minutes until the news drops. So look, you're going to see the news in a candle before you see the actual news. We really don't have that long to go anyway. So if you've not already, drop a like on today's stream. I've not really remembered to ask at all yet. So I don't even know how many likes we've got. Let's have a look. I've got 157 likes. That's pretty good. I just pressed the like button as well. Now we have 160 likes. But Lee's been busted. Yeah, Lee got busted. Well, there's another Lee Scully then. Someone called Lee Scully is always leaving me mean comments. Unless it's not Lee Scully, maybe it's... There's someone. Lee, I think it's you. I do think it's you. There's one of you that constantly berates me on a bunch of different accounts. These guys who have a lot of time on their hands. Lee's like hot and cold. Lee's the one that has sometimes a lot of money and then sometimes not a lot of money. I can't remember. There's so many of you guys. But I am aware of like the community. I see all the comments. I see the accounts and everything. BLOFIN's funding rates always seems to be higher than other exchanges. It's just because more people are taking more of the same trade than other exchanges. It's because the exchange is growing at the end of the day. And that's a really good sign. BLOFIN's a fantastic exchange. And also that means that you can play the funding rates. Like right now. No, I'm saying that. What's the funding rate difference? That's Solana there. All right, so the funding rate is slightly higher on BLOFIN right now, but only slightly. I mean, 60%, but still slightly. Oh, God. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. What's going to happen? Are we going up or are we going down? Let me know in the comment section. Up or down? We don't have long. We've got 40 seconds. And now we've got nearly 30 seconds now. Oh, it's the countdown. What is it going to be? I'm about to lose a bunch of money again, and I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. It's what I sit around all evening for at 1 o'clock in the morning to watch myself lose a bunch of money. Here we go. Right. 10, 9, no, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, and the answer is it's time to buy. We're buying. Right, I just bought an extra 50k of Solana. There we go. So from that, the news, I don't even need to look at it. The news came in at minus 0.25. Because that's exactly how I'd expect the price to perform at 0.25. What a candle. I said that was going to happen. Right, so now we probably chug all the way up to the meeting, to be fair. Look at that. Yeah, we're probably going to chug all the way to the meeting. I'm not going to enter. I'm not going to. I'm kind of. I'm happy with the sizing. I can sleep well with this sizing. I'm going to regret not buying more. I can tell. I really should. I really should have some balls here and just take a big one. But I'm buying. There we go. I just bought 1,000 more for this trade. I might live to regret that, but we'll see. Look at that. What a candle. This is probably going to land higher. So it came in at 0.25. Here's what it is. It comes down to the rhetoric. Now, how many rate cuts are you going to get? That's the question. Look at that. Craziness. Love to see it. I love to see big candles like this. This is really good and healthy. Look at that. In the span of 1 minute, 500,000 Solana changed hands on BYBIT. That's a crazy volume candle. But yeah, there we go. We're going to start moving to the upside now. That's what's going to happen. Bosh. We're off. We're off. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because of the wonderful things he does. It's funny if someone's just listening in. Right, so we're tapping that level of resistance. It's just going to go bam, 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 bam. As soon as we break through that blue line, though, it's off to the races. It'll probably happen when he starts speaking. I imagine that we probably... I mean, I'd love us to break out before then. That'd be really strong and bullish and good. I'm done entering more. I'm quite happy with me sizing. Like, we are like up and down a lot of money in just a few seconds. Every second is quite intense. I don't think I need more exposure, to be honest, but I want it. I can tell you now, I want more exposure. But I'm going to be sensible because it is 1 o'clock in the morning, and to increase a trade right before bedtime is historically an absolutely horrendous idea, and it has never really worked out for me that well. But I'm going to regret this because I know that I should buy. I know I should buy more. I know I should buy more. I already bought a bit of Solana, so that's good. Oh, this is 342k now. There we go. There we go. This is good. We're cracking out now. We're doing it. Right, so am I happy with that trade sizing? I don't love it. I really don't love it. Look at that. Right, so ETH did the thing. We can't enter that. You can't just buy into this. This is too volatile to just buy in here. But I'm going to do it. There we go. Just a nibble. I'm not going to lose big money on that one. But it gives me a place of which I can then fire more should I want to. And if we lose, we lose. Who cares? But that's what we're doing for now. Look at that. Sol's chugging. We're doing good. Challenge is now. There we go. Look at that. Up at 180 now. Come on. This is going well. I like to see it. Just have a check back in on the chat here. How's the chat getting along? We've got 26 minutes to wait now, you know. 26 minutes. Are you ready for a 26-minute wait? stream is lagging by 1 minute. I mean, it is what it is. If you refresh it, it should bring it up to as close as time as possible. But if you are new to the channel, by the way, guys, just to explain how this works. Now we have a 26-minute wait until Jerome Powell boots up his stream, and then we sit, we watch Jerome Powell's stream in silence. I might interject with funny comments every now and again, but I do tend to just watch it in silence, and yeah, then we just see what happens to the market. But if you're not already checked out BLOFIN, by the way, if you trade on BLOFIN, you can get this offer right now, and you just need to click on the link in today's video description. And you've got time to do it. You've got 25 minutes. You may as well go make a BLOFIN account, because the trade, really, you should be taking at the end of the meeting. Because when the live stream ends is when the direction changes. So when Jerome Powell opens his mouth, what I imagine now is we tick up. We just tick, 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 tick up. We just go up, 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 up. And then when he ends it, we crash. That tends to be what happens. So we'll keep an eye on that happening. But if you go and set up a BLOFIN account now using the link in today's video description, you get, not only do you get VIP1 automatically included, so you won't see VIP1 in your account, but you will get the fee discount, and it'll be a permanent fee discount. So you'll always have that fee discount. And the only way to get that fee discount is by using the link. And what it will do is make it cheaper than any other exchange to use. So check out the link for BLOFIN in today's video description. And if you've not already tried it, honestly, it's like BYBIT was 3 years ago before they locked everybody out. It's a fantastic exchange, and it's growing very quickly. So check it out. You'll find a link for it in the video description. But back to it here, as I say, sideways. That's why we didn't add more. That's why we only took the Ethereum trade here, just to lose a little bit less. Christ, we're not done yet. This is going to trade sideways now, sideways and downwards until the meeting actually happens. And then when Powell gets on his stream, we'll get another bout of volatility. And I imagine it mostly downwards. Really, a smart trader here is taking profit because that was the trade. I don't know whether I want to be smart or not. I really like the entry to be semi-decent. I don't really want to exit the trade right now. I'd rather take a loss on it, to be honest, than sell it at these prices. I'd rather just get clipped out of it. It is what it is sometimes, isn't it? Am I? Yeah, I am still full screen. There we go. All right. But yeah, you've got time. Check on the link for BLOFIN in today's video description. Must be two Lee Scullies. Stop shaking. You look like you're having a... yeah, I just go like that because it's sitting in a chair. I know I shouldn't do it. I do go like that. I know I do it. But yeah, I know what you mean. I've watched back my own streams and thought, I need to stop doing that. I go like this, don't I? That's the ADHD kicking in. It's the adrenaline that's running through my system at 1 o'clock in the morning. Ultimately, rate cuts have started, so its bullish time horizon is 3 to 6 months. Absolutely, and that is my theory here as well. So this is what we've been discussing recently inside of the Discord. So basically, and if you watch the video that I posted earlier today, in fact, I can probably, if we just do that for a second, if I go over, in fact, I think I have it open here. Nope, that's not correct. YouTube. Here we go. And then we go to here. Oh, no. Oh, I need to show you something in a second because we need to go and make it up to Dave. But if we go here and we click on this video, you've got time now to go and watch this video. So if I show you this video, it's here. If we click back on that. Right, so you've got time now to go and watch this video. This is the video that I posted earlier today. It kind of explains what I think is going to happen over the next half an hour. So it only takes 10 minutes to watch. It's a 12-minute and 52-second video. You can skip the intro if you want to, even though I made a special effort to film it in a special way. But go and watch this video now. I'll drop a link for it in the chat here. And yeah, let's just do that. I'll drop the link in the chat here. Go and watch that video now if you want to know what's going to happen over the course of the next 5 to 10 minutes. No, not 5 to 10 minutes. After the next 20 minutes have happened. So that video explains my theory on all of it. And also, while you're there, don't ever forget on my videos, press that like button. I really appreciate it. It really does make such a huge difference. Because let me show you what I see when we post a video to YouTube. At the moment, this is what you see when you post a video. So this video is doing well compared to normal. But what I see is this. So all the data and stuff I see that 60 hours time has been watched, and you see the views as they come through, that kind of thing. But typically with my videos recently, they don't last very long in the algorithm. Like you look at it and you look at that and it just don't reach the top. And the reason it don't reach the top is people don't press that like button. People don't leave comments. You can see people are subscribing and stuff like that, but they don't leave comments or anything like that. And so that massively affects a video. So the more you comment on the video, the more you like a video, the more that this blue line here can actually go to the top of the chart and not the bottom of the chart. And somebody like myself that charts for a job, I like to see bullish charts. So please deliver me some bullish charts and press that like button. Now, back to the prices here. Nothing's changed, so we're all good on that front. But yeah, let me show you this. So this here is Dave and Save with Crypto, is it? Is Save with Crypto on this? Let's have a look. Who's on this stream? I'll post a link for this stream in the chat as well. I want everybody to go over and raid this chat right now on the stream. So go over and raid their chat and pepper them with comments saying Dave has small balls. I want you to post that over and over and over again in the chat. So click on the link for this one and comment Dave has small balls, and he will be quite surprised to hear that, I think. But I can't even hear this stream. Are they even doing anything, or are they just napping? Like, Dave, come on, man. I'm not surprised you get less views than me. Where are you? Definitely comment Dave's got small balls. Where are they? There we go. James Sudworth, you're the first person to do it. Dave has small balls. TMG is richer than Dave.
I'm bored of that music now. Right. So
at least somebody did it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Is Supo older than me or younger than me? Right, you tell me. What do you think? Right, I can barely grow a mustache. Superman has a child. Who do you think is older, me or? And I was a child when I was attacking Superman on the internet. So the answer is Superman is definitely old. I'm 29 now, and when I first started YouTube was 2016, and now we're in 2025. So I've been doing YouTube 9 years now, and out of those 9 years, 8 years has been spent on cryptocurrency. That's a long time to spend making crypto YouTube videos. So excuse me if I title them in a same way as I always have done, because it's really difficult after you've made 2,000 videos to come up with a good title. It's something that gets more increasingly difficult over time, never gets any easier. Are you still, is anyone, there we go. You're getting banned from the chat over on Dave's stream. Let me do back to this one. Look, they're banning. I'm gonna. Dave has small balls.
we're just having a laugh or.
This kind of looks like there's something going wrong with the price. It's dropping down again.
Don't know if you're just having a laugh or.
If you just want to watch a price and nothing happening, go over to Stonks' stream. Christ. We got evaporated $10,000, didn't we? Look at that. Oh,
Right,
well.
I was hoping to have a discussion there. Right, so Jay Bainey saying SOS. Okay. Oh, I see. That Martini guy. What are you doing here? All right. Okay. So who were all these ergy? Oh, I see. Did everyone just? I put a load of people on timeout. That's all I can think of doing. Anyway,
He's getting all upset.
have a little look at the chart.
Do drop a like on Stonks' stream while you're there, by the way, guys. I would really appreciate it. It does mean a lot. It's fun to bully people, though, but in a fun way, because like I also own this other YouTube channel, so we may as well.
It's going up and down a lot.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's not good, is it? Christ. Feel like we should fire off again.
Well, I decided to put all the Davis small balls people on timeout, but that Martini guy is there as well. I can't do that to you, can I?
I thought Dave was meant to be streaming. Dave told me he was streaming. I can't believe Dave's going to get someone else to do his work this evening. That is such a cop-out, Dave. Where are you? You're meant to be streaming this. You can't get Save with Crypto to do it. It's your job. Lazy employees. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? He's passed off his job to Save with Crypto. Told me this morning he's going to stream it. Have you met Connor Kenny? He seems like a good lad. Yeah, Connor's really nice. I speak to Connor on a semi-regular basis. He's really good. He's one of the better guys in crypto. He's a very genuine person. I made a joke to him last time I seen him, saying like, "Oh, imagine being one of the guys that watches 3 Connor Kenny videos a day," and he found it quite amusing. So he can take a joke. He's a funny guy. It's like me saying, "Imagine watching 3 TMG videos a day," but I'm gonna make them. We're gonna be really ramping up the content side of things pretty soon. I did want to check, by the way. Just answer me in the chat. Tell me if you could hear Save with Crypto on the stream, because it's quite important that you could do, because we need to check that the audio is working for the screen recorded audio for when Powell goes live in 13 minutes time. We need to make sure that that's working. All right, we are bouncing back to the upside anyway. Back 7 grand in a profit, so that's good. He went to do something. Don't be mean. He's not lazy. This is just. I've got Issa's now sticking up for Dave in the chat. It's like TMG employee wars. Issa were lazy today and didn't get the video out on time. Dave's gone and just passed off his job to Save with Crypto. It's like, bloody hell, you just outsource it all. I'm only kidding. I'm kidding. Don't get upset. Please don't quit. Isn't the FOMC meeting starting now? It starts in 13 minutes time. Yeah, you could hear him. Very good. Very good. Yeah, you heard the second voice. That's good. Yes. I mean, I can also turn back on the voice of Save with Crypto. We can kind of like live react to him at the same time. Oh no, he's like fully just like, he's actually just given up. Guys, if you want more views on the, I've got to say, I'm actually like, you should, Dave, get on that YouTube channel now. Make it interesting now. This is prime time. Get to work, guys. Come on. How long until the FOMC meeting starts? 12 minutes now. Only 12 minutes to go until the FOMC meeting starts. If you haven't already, drop a like on today's stream. I'd appreciate it. 246 likes. I think we did a thing as well in today's video, whereby I put in today's video about how many likes it should get. I might live to regret that. Yeah. So in this video, I said if it gets, I think I said 550 likes, then I'll give away $10,000 to somebody that leaves a comment. So, oh, I meant to not unpin that. I want to have it pinned. Oh, there we go. Pin it, pin it, pin it. You can't click that link. Eh? Oh, you idiot. You idiot. You can't click that link. Amateurs. Issa, what an amateur you are. I don't even know how you've managed that. Amateur. You take the full thing. I don't even know how you've managed to copy that. You copied it out of a description from before, so none of the links work because they're all ... because they're all shortened. So that needs deleting. But yeah, amateur hour on the employee side of things this evening. But we are bouncing because somebody's got to make money to pay wages. Good. Don't you love it when your boss is nice to you? I used to love it as well. That's why I quit. I just realized that none of you can see the screen, so you can't even see what I'm talking about. I suppose it's for the best, to be honest. Was it not 510? It might have been 510. I honestly can't remember. I filmed the video earlier today. What can I say? I filmed it earlier, and then it took forever to edit it because he's a really slow editor. But Issa, I just had to change the top comment because whatever you copied it straight out of the video description, and that meant that all the links in the top comment broke. Dave said that you work for him, though. I don't think... Is Dave back? Is he back? Oh, look, he's there. Look at this. Absolutely fascinating stream. So much going on here. Anything to say, Dave? No. Well, I'll leave it on until he starts speaking again, and then I can give him a live review. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. I do know that we could watch the Fed meeting from this stream, though. So, yeah, we're getting way off topic. Way off topic. Dave is at a birthday party. Is he? Hey, can you just guide? Will Bitcoin price pass 125k target or liquidate to 105k? Well, Vinit, as your personal clairvoyance, I guarantee you the price will pass $125,000. That is a personal guarantee to you, because I can definitely time travel and tell the future. I said copy paste it, but I don't know what have you copy pasted? Because yeah, copy paste it. But what I sent to you is different than what you posted because all of the links were broken. Yeah, you just posted it, but you know when you copy a link and it goes ... That's what happened. What you have to do is copy the text. Anyway, I don't know how you managed that. Dave is on now, apparently.
No, not too long yet. I don't know. What do you mean if you split the window?
What I was doing the StreamYard and saying like stream the whole screen.
And I was putting two browsers side by side.
It's fascinating.
But where this was playing the music, now, so you can hear.
It's fascinating things are going on over on the Stonksy YouTube channel.
Anyway, so I managed to sort of go between here, and then flip into the chart. Sorry. And then flip into this. When
this is going to come much higher.
Sort of
it's going to come so much higher.
So what's been happening? I was trying to have a look at the chart while I was at the meal.
It kind of went up and it went down again. It just did that kind of stuff.
It just doesn't seem to have done much, has it?
It was a bit of a wiggle, to be honest, actually. But
don't you just you just love the terminology? I just love this trading terminology.
This one.
This trading terminology of it's just a bit of a wiggle.
I suppose from like just before 6, it did go up like about 0.9%, 0.8%, something like that.
Yeah.
And now it's come down a bit. It's
going up and down like you'd expect, really.
Yeah, I didn't think that there would be much volatility because it was just kind of widely expected, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but nothing's happened yet, you know.
Yeah.
So we're still just don't know what to do really. Just put the music on and just wait, I suppose. Isn't
We'll
it?
just we'll just have a chat if you want until we've got 6 minutes, haven't we, until the conference?
We have done indeed. Right. I thought something was happening at 7, but obviously I was mistaken.
No, yeah, the 7 was when the
Go over and join this stream right now.
Yeah.
It will
Oh, I
make
did screw
Dave
up slightly
very
because I
happy
think
now that he's
TMG
back
sent a load of people from his
for you to
stream
go over and,
Yeah.
and join this stream. I've dropped a
commenting on
link for it
size
in
of
the
your,
chat.
testicles.
Oh,
I thought it
yeah,
was some. I thought it was some sort of organised spam. So I
oh
kind of
yeah, Dave has small balls.
so I put them all on 5-minute time, mate.
Oh, fantastic.
And then TMG came along, so I thought I can't put him on time, mate.
Oh yes, he said you can unban them.
No.
Timing everyone else.
I've never done it before, so I felt quite powerful, you know.
Yeah, you have all the power.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I thought I'm not having this. I'm not having them. I'm not having them insulting my mate, you know.
Yeah,
So then TMG came along, and I thought I can't ban him because he'll never talk to me again.
Yeah, so obviously at 7 o'clock we got the 0.25 basis point cut, didn't we?
Oh, did it happen?
Yeah, that was at 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay, right.
Everyone, you should go comment Dave is poor in the chat.
So yeah, that happened then, and then obviously yeah, we'll have this conference, and then that'll be it done then. Are you all right? Are you all right leaving the conference on until you go?
Yeah, well, I don't really need to go, so I could just leave it on anyway. But
I'm gonna come off their stream now, but I do think you can go on. You can go and wind him up in the chat by all means. I think it's quite amusing to do that. We've got to focus on what is coming next for our stream, which is we have the FOMC meeting to cover, and well, it's nearly time now, isn't it? We don't have long to go until it all kicks off. If you're not already, drop a like on this stream and subscribe to the channel, because this is the exciting part where everything goes wrong. We've been doing very good numbers though. Like if we crack that level there, I'm pretty optimistic. I'm kind of fancying a preemptive fire off early here and just cross the fingers and hope. I fancy it. I really fancy a bit of a dabble. But either way, I have to get this Fed stream loaded up here. Fed live. And we will watch the Fed live. And it'll be fascinating listening to Jerome Powell, because he's always such an interesting character. It's definitely never like one of them. The first 5 minutes of it when he's speaking are interesting, and then like the questions, the first few of them are always pretty interesting. I'm not sure I want to watch all the questions today, I've got to say. But then there are some specific questions that I'm looking forward to on this particular stream. And those specific questions are, I want to know what is going on with how many rate cuts they're going to be before the end of the year. And I'm particularly interested in his language around those rate cuts and how those rate cuts are expected to be. Like how aggressive is he in his tone, how everything like that. Echo is bad. Yeah, no, there's no more echo though now, because it's just back to me again. I've gone for the fingers crossed strategy. Yeah. I mean, I'm finding myself in that camp as well. I'm really hoping that this stream switches over pretty soon to the screen that I'm on right now. We only have 2 more minutes to go now until the meeting starts, so really not that long. I'm just going to go over and check price here. It's going well. That's going well. Everything here is going quite well. This is going well. Look at that. Dipped into my entry. I can't even believe that. That's mad. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Wild times. Are we going to crack that blue line? Maybe. We even. Oh. I've been on the wrong one. I need to be on that setting there. Right, what I wanted to see is how does this look? You got a minute. We don't have long to go though. FOMC meeting is starting right now. So if you're not already, drop a like on the screen, send it to a friend. And we're going to crack on. Who is Dave? Dave works for me with Stonksy. Here we go. The meeting is starting. This is it, guys. This is the meeting. There we go. Come on. Are you nervous?
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. While the unemployment rate remains low, it has edged up. Job gains have slowed and downside risks to employment have risen. At the same time, inflation has risen recently and remains somewhat elevated. In support of our goals and in light of the shift in the balance of risks, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to lower our policy interest rate by 1/4 percentage point. We also decided to continue to reduce our securities holdings. I'll have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments.
When
Recent
we
indicators suggest
inevitably
that
don't,
growth of economic
I'll be buying the
activity
bit
has
part.
moderated. GDP rose at a pace of around 1.5% in the first half of the year, down from 2.5% last year. The moderation in growth largely reflects a slowdown in consumer spending. In contrast, business investment in equipment and intangibles has picked up from last year's pace. Activity in the housing sector remains weak. In our summary of economic projections, the median participant projects GDP to rise 1.6% this year and 1.8% next year, a touch stronger than projected in June. In the labor market, the unemployment rate edged up to 4.3% in August, but remains little changed over the past year at a relatively low level. Payroll job gains have slowed significantly to a pace of just 29,000 per month over the past 3 months. A good part of the slowing likely reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force due to lower immigration and lower labor force participation. Even so, labor demand has softened, and the recent pace of job creation appears to be running below the break-even rate needed to hold the unemployment rate constant. In addition, wage growth has continued to moderate while still outpacing inflation. Overall, the marked slowing in both the supply of and demand for workers is unusual. In this less dynamic and somewhat softer labor market, the downside risks to employment appear to have risen. In our SEP, the median projection for the unemployment rate is 4.5% at the end of this year and edges down thereafter. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022, but remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer-run goal. Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index and other data indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.7% over the 12 months ending in August, and that, excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.9%. These readings are higher than earlier in the year as inflation for goods has picked up. In contrast, disinflation appears to be continuing for services. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have moved up, on balance, over the course of this year on news about tariffs, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Beyond the next year or so, however, most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is 3.0% this year and falls to 2.6% in 2026 and to 2.1% in 2027. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to lower the target range for the federal funds rate by a quarter percentage point to 4 to 4.25%, and to continue reducing the size of our balance sheet. Changes to government policies continue to evolve, and their effects on the economy remain uncertain. Higher tariffs have begun to push up prices in some categories of goods, but their overall effects on economic activity and inflation remain to be seen. A reasonable base case is that the effects on inflation will be relatively short-lived, a one-time shift in the price level. But it is also possible that the inflationary effects could instead...
I'm sorry, but I have to interrupt there. He said short-lived.
That is a risk to be assessed.
He meant short-lived.
Our obligation is to ensure that a one-time increase in the price level does not become an ongoing inflation problem. In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside, a challenging situation. When our goals are in tension like this, our framework calls for us to balance both sides of our dual mandate. With downside risks to employment having increased, the balance of risks has shifted. Accordingly, we judged it appropriate at this meeting to take another step toward a more neutral policy stance. With today's decision, we remain well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments. We will continue to determine the appropriate stance of monetary policy based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. In our SEP, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path for the federal funds rate, based on what each participant judges to be the most likely scenario for the economy. The median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 3.6% at the end of this year, 3.4% at the end of 2026, and 3.1% at the end of 2027. This path is 1/4 percentage point lower than projected in June. Plan or decision. Policy is not on a preset course. The Fed has been assigned two.
That was actually quite bad news, was that part.
We remain committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored.
That's going to upset the...
Our success in
that's gonna
delivering
upset
on these
the
goals
Trump
matters to
people.
all Americans.
They'll not be happy with that.
We understand that our actions affect
but then it doesn't
communities,
matter because the
families,
new
and
guy's coming in
businesses
January
across the
and he's
country.
going to rip it down to zero.
Everything we do is in service to our public mission, and we at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to our discussion.
Great. Thank you. Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. As you know, Fed Governor Stephen Miron has kept his position at the White House, even as he's joined the Fed board. This is the first time, I believe, the Fed's board has had someone with
I just added
executive branch ties
$17,000
in
to
decades.
Ethereum.
Does this compromise the Fed's independence from day-to-day politics? And relatedly, how can you maintain the public's perception the Fed is politically independent with this dynamic? Thank you.
So we did welcome a new committee member today, as we always do, and the committee remains
Added
united in pursuing our,
$66,000 to Bitcoin.
our dual mandate goals. We're strongly committed to maintaining our independence, and beyond that, I really don't have anything to share.
Okay, and then just as a quick follow-up, I'm sorry, can you, you and other Fed officials have spoken extensively about the impact of tariffs on inflation, although perhaps with many companies appearing to eat the tariffs.
I think we actually got the meat and potatoes done pretty quickly there. He answered every single question that I really have. There's going to be one of these guys that quickly asks in a second, how many rate cuts this year? And I think the answer is going to be a few. So we'll wait for that answer. And then after that, I think the market's really going to rally after this.
Goods prices showing through into higher inflation, and actually the increase in goods prices accounts for most of the increase in inflation, or perhaps all of the increase in inflation over the course of this year. Those are not very large effects at this point, and we do expect them to continue to build over the course of the rest of the year and into next year. And you know, it's also possible that there may be effects on employment, but that I would say if you're looking at why employment is doing what it's doing, that's much more about the change in immigration. So the supply of workers has obviously come way down. There's very little growth, if any, in the supply of workers. And at the same time, demand for workers has also come down quite sharply, to the point where we see what I've called a curious balance. It's, typically when we say things are in balance, that sounds good, but in this case, the balance is because both supply and demand have come down quite sharply. Now demand coming down a little more sharply because we now see the unemployment rate edging up.
Nick Timmeros of the Wall Street Journal. Chair Powell, do economic conditions and the balance of risks no longer warrant a restrictive policy setting?
So I don't think we can say that. What we can say is this: that over the course of this year, we've kept our policy at a restrictive level, and people have different views.
Right. I don't want to talk about him anymore. I have an idea of what's going to happen, and I don't think we need to continue with that. From my perspective, you want to go and watch the rest of that, go over to Stonks' stream, because they're going to watch the whole thing. I'll drop a link for that in the chat here. But we want to watch the prices, because it's just the same old nonsense that he's just coming out with. And yeah, if you want to watch it, go over to Dave's stream. For us, we're here to make money. And it's two things that are going to happen now. It's probably done dropping. I'm pretty optimistic about that. It's probably done dropping. I think it's probably a good time to buy, which is why I bought $17,000 of it a minute ago. Oh, fuck it, I'll just throw in another 7K. I know that buying here is predominantly quite a safe move. I'm not really that concerned about the entry there. It's quite a large position size, bearing everything in mind. But I'm pretty optimistic that after this meeting, and given everything that was said, we're probably going to rise back to the upside. It wasn't a massively bearish meeting. It wasn't a massively bullish meeting. It was exactly what we were expecting, straight down the middle, and he gets it out of the way for another month. Now, after previous streams have ended, we've done a stair step down like this, just stair stepping down, and then it's ended like this. We might do something similar again. Who knows? But that's kind of what I'd be expecting. But yeah, on the whole, I don't want to lose any money. Don't make me lose money. Yeah, it's late for me, guys. Very late for me. Will the market go down? I just opened a sol long position. Should I close it? Well, yeah, it's going to go down, but I think that, like, entering here, I really don't worry that much about it. If you don't already trade, or you don't have a trading account, or you already have a trading account, you'll find it's much cheaper to trade on BLOFIN in terms of fees. So check it out. You'll find a link for it in today's video description. They're very kindly giving everyone that watches the channel and clicks on that link and signs up through that link a permanent fee discount on their accounts that will make it cheaper for you all to trade. So do check that out. You'll find a link for it down there. It's a fantastic exchange. But yeah, for me right now, difficult question. Do we hold this? Probably not. We've just lost support. Probably should just get rid of it, get out, sleep well, come back to it tomorrow. I'm still pretty optimistic that it'll shut the stream off and it'll go pop, 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 but I'm not bearish. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm starting to doubt myself a little bit. I would have kind of expected us to turn around by now. But then equally, look at that. It's not quite completed, though. That's the thing. The retrace is not quite completed. I'm holding out. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, we lose 6K or something like that. What's the chat saying then? I watched 4 charts with FBDC and S&P. I think they will all drop. Too late is a tool bag. So what do you think? Stable up or small dump next day? I should have closed an hour ago. I mean, there's always shoulda, coulda, would, isn't there? Hindsight is 20/20, as they say. It's funny though, isn't it? It was 20K up a minute ago. Now we're 4K in a loss. don't know. Is this the one? This might be the motor to the downside. I don't want another motor to the downside though. I'm honestly I'm petrified of those ones that just go. When it just goes, it's why like if I've got a trade open, I'm not a huge fan of streaming this because all I want to do is stare at the chart. Because if it, like for example, it loses that level of spot, it'll just go bam straight down, and we're on it. And I would expect to bounce, but it's not coming through, and I'm gonna have to cover it off in a second if it doesn't. I need to cover it. I need to cover it. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm gonna stick it out. I know how volatile I don't like to sell on these big 1 minute candles. Stick it out 5 more minutes. Grow a pair. Woof! That got evaporated a little bit. I'm saying we're gonna go even bigger, adding another 17k to Ethereum because I'm not a pussy and I'm not selling here. I'd rather go down with the ship. This is looking a bit rough, I have to say. This is looking rough. I don't like this. I don't know, guys. I'm not sitting around here to just vlog myself losing money. I'm going to go lose money in private and end the stream here. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it. Do drop a like on the stream. I appreciate it. Check out the links in today's video description. But I'm retiring off the stream now, so it's too late. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here.